Hello there! So today I received a very exciting package and I thought I would do an unboxing for you again. This is the Moth box for April, but it is a short story Moth box. Now, when I got my first one, I read one book from it, which was Sufficient Grace, and I loved, but I was like, I'm not going to do that again for a while, purely because I'm spending quite a lot of money on my independent publisher series at the moment, so I didn't want to spend any more money on books. And then Mercedes comes out with the fact that this is going to be a short story box. Now, I don't know about you, but I think Mercedes is the queen of short stories on YouTube. She's definitely the first YouTuber who really started talking about them in depth, and I think she likes quite similar collections to me, so I had to give this a go. Now, I've taken off the sellotape ready because last time that was a bit of a problem, so let's get straight into it. So again, it's got lovely wrapping and lovely crepey paper, and it's got a card on the front that looks like this, and on the back it says, "This month's box is the first to include 2 short story collections. At first glance they have nothing in common. One is realist, the other is surrealist. Yet both these books leave you realising you've experienced something so unflinchingly raw and honest as to make you feel laid bare by it. Whilst reading this month's selections, we hope you will take great pleasure in the beauty of the short story." So that sounds exciting. So this month they are wrapped in a lovely blue colour of tissue paper, and this is the little bookmark that comes with all the books, and it says, "The seeds of the octopus were very slowly saturated into the wooden mermaid." Interesting. So it's the Doll's Alphabet by Camilla Grudova, and this is published by Fitzcarraldo Editions. This is absolutely gorgeous on first impressions. It's just a plain blue cover, but it's really lovely, and it's got lovely French flaps. I do enjoy a French flap. Never heard of this one, so I'll read you the back. "The real, ambitious and exquisitely conceived, The Doll's Alphabet is a collection of stories in the tradition of Angela Carter and Margaret Atwood. Dolls, sewing machines, tin foods, mirrors, malfunctioning bodies. Many images recur in the stories that are in turn childlike and naive, grotesque and very dark. In Unstitching, a feminist revolution takes place. In Waxy, a factory worker fights to keep hold of her man in a society where it is frowned upon to be manless. In Agatha's Machine, 2 schoolgirls conjure a Pyrrho and an angel in a dank attic room. In Notes from a Spider, a half-man, half-spider finds love in a great European city." By constantly reinventing ways to engage with her obsessions and motifs, Camilla Grudova has come up with a method for storytelling that is highly imaginative, incredibly original, and absolutely does comforting. That sounds fantastic. I can't wait to get to this one. That sounds right up my street. I love both Angela Carter and Margaret Atwood, though I have yet to read Margaret Atwood's short stories, but I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds absolutely up my street. The bookmark for the next one says, "One night it was almost morning. I could almost see her. Every sentence a necklace she was pulling out of her mouth, tangled in smoke." Oh, I like that. That's very pretty. And this one is May Lantan, Things to Make and Break, and it's published by CB Editions. And it says on the back here that it was shortlisted for the Guardian First Book Award. And rather than a description, it's got a quote on the back, so it says, "So here is what I, my having just 2 seconds ago finished getting myself jazzed crazy by things to make and break, and wagering when it comes to May Lantan, to wit, that some smart gobbet of the populace will, 5 years hence, be found entering her name onto a list of those whose first-hand reports from the interior can be counted upon when, at the worldwide betting window, it's time to risk what's left of time. Nah, I've reconsidered. Make it 2.5 years. So, a pretty good recommendation. I can't tell you any more than that because I don't know, but I'm assuming this is the more realist collection, and if that quote's anything to go by, it's going to be beautiful. Again, it is beautifully published, and I very much like the cover, so that's exciting as well. If you haven't bought a Moth box yet, I would definitely recommend it. I will link their website down, but I'll also link Mercedes, who runs the Moth box. It's so much fun. You get 2 books each month, and they are from independent publishers that Mercedes has picked out herself. And it's also fantastic value for money, especially I would say with short stories, and that's kind of why I jumped at this opportunity, because short story collections can often be a lot more expensive. But this is well worth the money, and so far, as I say, the books that I have read from this have been fantastic. So I hope you check that out, and I'll see you next time. Bye!